Hi, Bob here. So, about a decade ago or so, maybe a little longer, I was diagnosed diabetic. And that did not make me happy. I love sugar. I was a sugar guy, and I drank lots of coffee. And I liked my coffee really, really sweet. I mean, 3-4 teaspoons of sugar in my coffee was, was normal. And I drink coffee a lot. And I was going to have to give up the sugar, So then, you try this stuff here. That's garbage. It's awful. And this stuff here, none of this stuff tastes like sugar. This is that. This is shit. Take two. That's not called. Try this. Hi, Bob here again. So, just over a decade ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes. And that was a bummer, because I like coffee. And I like my coffee sweet. I drink a lot of coffee, and I would put 3, 4, maybe even 5 teaspoons of sugar into my coffee, every cup of coffee. But I drink lots of coffee, and I knew I had to give up the sugar. And that was difficult. I tried all these things. I tried the pink ones and the yellow ones and the blue ones. Garbage. I tried this stuff here, which is kind of like the yellow ones, but you could use it for other stuff. It's awful. Absolutely awful. And I needed something to replace the sugar with, but I wanted something that tasted like sugar. So I came across this on Amazon. These are Sucre Drops. Now this bottle of Sucre Drops, it's about 4 ounces or 160 milliliters. This runs $17 on Amazon. That's pretty expensive. I mean, it's more expensive than sugar or sugar substitutes or any of that. But it's great because it's in a liquid form. And 1 drop is almost, equivalent to a teaspoon of sugar. So if you like sweet stuff, a couple of drops of stuff, it's really sweet. You can add it to cereal, you can add it to smoothies, you can put it in your coffee, you can put it in your tea. It takes a while to get used to how much to add for the sweetness that you want. But it's Sucre Drops, and it was great, and I was buying it, but it's expensive, And I was talking with a friend one day, and he said, why don't you make your own? And I thought that was a pretty good idea, but I had no recipe. So I spent a good deal of time on Google trying to come up with the recipe for this stuff. I mean, I could read his ingredients, but I don't know how much of each to put in there. So when I started searching Google patents, there are several people out there trying to patent liquid sucralose. It's already on the market, so the patents, they're not going to go anywhere, and I guess there's not a big enough market that the big companies don't do it. So I did get a recipe from one of the patents, and I have it broken down right here, and I'll put that in the description. And what you do is you just have to buy pure powdered sucralose, which you can buy on Amazon. Right here I bought 500 grams of pure powdered sucralose, half a kilogram. A company called Bulk Supplements, there's plenty of them on Amazon. Not too many that offer this bulk size. And I think it was like, for 500 grams, it was like $54 for 500 grams. Now, how much liquid sucralose can I make with 500 grams? Well, I can make 2 of these and at about $10 per 100 grams. 100 grams will make 2 bottles of this, and that's about $10. So right away you can see the savings. Compare $34 to $10. I mean, it's a third the price, and it's probably equivalent to what you'd be spending on sugar. So you get the bulk, but so the first time I made it, I didn't have a recipe, and I just made it with water. I used reverse osmosis water and sucralose and mixed it up, and it got cloudy after a few days, and I wasn't going to use it. You can see on his bottle that there's preservatives in there, so I had to find preservatives. I have preservatives, they're on the list. And I bought preservatives in bulk also from Amazon. Preservatives are cheap. I mean, these 2 bags of these 2 preservatives is probably a lifetime supply of preservatives. So how do we make this? It's pretty simple. I've already separated the half a kilogram into 100 gram pouches. So here I know I have 100 grams of sucralose. So it's a 25% by weight mixture. It will be a solution, but it's 25% weight. So I'll get 300 milliliters of 25% solution, which is the same as this, out of that 100 grams. This is 160 milliliters, so I'll get 2 bottles. Actually, no, this is 120 milliliters. So I'll get 3 bottles plus some extra, so now it's even cheaper. Because 3 bottles of this would run you 45, $50 for 3 bottles of this. I'm going to be getting 3 bottles for $10. So I'll put this on my scale, and I will tar my scale, turn it to, so I need 300 grams of water. I'll tar my scale so it's zeroed out. And these measurements don't have to be exact. I mean, they don't have to be perfect, right on or anything. So I have 300 grams of water, and I will add 100 grams powdered sucralose, which will give me a 25% solution. It'll be a total of 400 grams weight, and 100 grams of it will be sucralose. Okay, so I have 405 grams here. Now I'm going to add preservatives. I hate the preservatives myself, but they're necessary because otherwise things just don't last. So I have here potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate. So it says sodium benzoate. I need 16 grams of sodium benzoate. So I'll zero the scale again, and I will load in 16 grams. $10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 grams. That's one. Once you add these preservatives, this solution has a shelf life that's incredible. I mean, years, absolutely years. So I'll zero the scale again, and we need 12 grams of, I use potassium sorbate. Grams. There you go. There you have it. That is all there is to it. So now I just, I will mix it up, stir it up a little bit. I will take this, I will probably put it in the microwave for 20 or 30 seconds just to warm it up, because everything will dissolve. By dinner time tonight, it's 3 o'clock now, 3:10. By dinner time, this will be all dissolved. I have 3 empty bottles. This is the one I was just using, and there's like a few drops in there, maybe another cup of coffee if I'm lucky. And I will have a new batch, and I will fill the bottles. And I also have some mini bottles, because when you buy one of these from this guy for $17, you also get a very small 10 milliliter bottle, travel bottle. So I have 3 or 4 travel bottles. I have 3 of these 120 milliliter bottles. I also have a couple 60 milliliter bottles. But this is what I make, and this will last me months. So that's it, and just save a ton of money. And I think it's you know, if for liquids, for sweetening liquids, it's the best sweetener. At least the sucralose is 100% pure. You don't have dexamethasone mixed in with it, or any fillers, or any of that. And all those yellow packets all have all these other fillers in them, and the preservatives. You can't get away from them. So try it. Like I say, it's very sweet. If you do try it, you can buy 50 or 100 grams and adjust the recipe appropriately. Except you can buy small quantities of all this stuff, and it works great. That's what I use, and it has absolutely no glycemic effect.